For more on this inaugural flight route and its impact on travel and tourism, let's bring in Jonathan Kao. He is Managing Director of North Asia at BCD Travel. So, Jonathan, why do you think this is such a big deal?
Yeah, so I think it's a very important route. The Shenzhen, Mexico City route not only represent the demand between China and Mexico for say, but it's really China and the whole Latin America. So we're seeing strong recovery in international travel after the pandemic. So I think it is very important. We look at the scale of trade between China and Latin America. Last year, it's grown almost 7% to about 43 billion US dollars. And also Mexico is now considered one of the most important investment hub for Chinese capital because under the free trade agreement between Mexico, United States, and Canada, most of the products produced in Mexico is free of tariffs going into the North American market. So I think it is a significant market. And also, additionally, the tourism, we're going to see a lot of demand from, especially from China, going to Latin America in terms of leisure tourists.
So Chinese tourists who are going to Latin America, are there specific destinations or countries that they're going to more than others?
Yeah, so I think definitely the major markets like Mexico, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Ecuador, and Bolivia. So I think these countries provide either a visa-free policy or a very simplified visa, so it's easy for Chinese tourists. And additionally, also Cuba, it's been on the news recently because it's provided visa-free travel for Chinese tourists as well. So although it's not going from Miami to Cuba, Havana is probably closer, but the U.S. flights has been quite limited between China and the U.S. since the pandemic. We're only at about 35%. So I think it provides an alternative from travelers in China. And also another important area is Antarctica travel. So China is actually the #2 source of tourists to the Antarctica. So a lot of times the travelers will go through South America, and because of the distance, they will stay in South America for a bit and then tour around and then go to the Antarctica.
So for Latin Americans who are going to China, where are they going? Is it places like Shanghai, Shenzhen, Beijing? Is it mostly urban areas, or are they also venturing out in more rural regions as well?
Yeah, so I think for the first-time travelers, definitely focusing on the large cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and then Chengdu, Hangzhou. But for those travelers from Latin America who are more familiar with China, they may want to see something more off the beaten track. So like Xi'an and Xiamen and some of the other very nice cities around China. It's a very big country, so there's lots to offer.
And I'm sure the cuisine is also part of the draw.
Yes, definitely. So I think it's part of the package, the experience you have in China with all these different type of cuisines that you can experience easily.
All right, we could talk about this all day long, but we're out of time. Jonathan Kao, thank you very, very much.